Hi, this is Marissa with Backyard Farming, and yesterday I found a beehive or a bee swarm on this apple tree here. So I grabbed a box and shook the bees into the box, and now they're resting over here in the shade.
That's a lot of bees.
It is a lot of bees. So here they are. I drilled a bunch of little holes down here, small enough that they couldn't get out. We know that the queen's in there because the bees were all trying to get in the box, the ones that didn't make it in on that first shake. So we bought a hive last night, or a bee box, so that we can put the bees in it, and we're going to be doing. So here's our trampoline, and this is where we saw the first swarm. And so there's the fruit tree, and here, so that's where our first swarm was, that's where our second swarm was, and then our beehive box is right out there. And somebody in the comments said that they can smell the pheromones of our hive, and that's why they're getting close to it. So here's our second box.
We put a thing of honey in there from the other bees. We've heard that that will make them more likely to stay in this hive. So you can see that's all packed full of honey, dripping down.
Ooh, that's so exciting.
So we'll put that in there. Last time when we did it, we had to put the queen in separate because they were shipped. This time the queen's in here, so I'm assuming, we're not experts by the way, but we're assuming that I just dump them in. We'll put the rest of the trays in, the lid on, and then we just leave them for a week or two, and then I'll check them and see if the queen's laying eggs. So, this is the scary part. I think I need to shake it down and then tip it over and then dump them, right Marissa? Or do I just open it up and dump the way it is?
Good question. Let's just take the lid off and dump.
Might look a
but
little...
do you want to get the branch out of there first? And there's a marshmallow in there.
I'll pull the branch out.
Okay.
So here we go.
And the rest of them that don't make it in will find their way.
That was perfect. Get that branch out of there. You can see you're not really extremely gentle. There's already bees grabbing onto the honey in here. Do you want me to video in there?
Sure.
So that's what they'd look like in there. Hopefully the queen got in. I've heard that if she doesn't, she'll still sometimes crawl in there. But we're going to cover this up now.
So this is, the opening is really tight right now. Because they don't have a whole lot of protection yet, and so as the colony grows, then you can open that up, and
there's a hole for maybe
more ways to protect them from other bees from coming in and attacking.
There's a hole that's maybe big enough for 2 or 3 bees to get in.
But eventually they'll all find their way back into the hive because they can smell their queen. So now the top of it goes on. And then there's the lid. And we get lots of wind out here, so we have to put a bucket of rocks on top so the lid doesn't blow away. Okay, so we're giving them syrup. This is we're getting the swarm really late in the season in July, and so we want these bees to be able to build up enough honey for themselves over the winter. So we're not anticipating getting any honey from them, harvesting any honey from them. We're just hoping they can get enough to sustain themselves and last through the winter. We give them sugar water, and it's a syrup. It's 8 cups of water, 8 cups of sugar. And we put this in a chicken feeder like this, and then put rocks in there so that they don't drown, so they can climb back out. And this will help them, give them a head start on getting their storage for the winter.